What's up, everybody? It's your boy King Cam,
And your boy DJ.
and we your podcast favorite podcast. The Think About It podcast coming back for episode 2 with our
Right.
special guest. Introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Zahria Thomas.
All right,
Yeah.
what you do, Zara? Let the people know, man. Let people get to know you.
I'm a transfer student. I'm going to Winston-Salem State this upcoming fall, and I'm a nursing major.
So y'all already know a whole lot of HBC shit in here, man.
Yes.
What's on Salem State ads in the CIAA? So you already know about it, go, man.
For real, they cheated us, but
No, we
shit.
won.
we ain't gonna speak too much on that.
Shit, y'all had a good week though. Y'all living y'all mental health straight.
I'm good,
Yes.
chilling.
Man, shit, man. I'm alright too. I'm more like cook crack right now. So shit. Let's
Not
get
correct.
into
All right, man. Let's get into these topics, man. Today we're gonna be talking about: do you feel like black men are protecting black women like we should be?
I feel like it's to a certain extent because I think black men often use black women as a crutch. So when we go back to say what 50 Cent said about Megan Thee Stallion, right? Oh, I didn't know it was that serious. I didn't know X, Y, and Z. But when Kanye has like his little, meltdown or whatever, he tries to use black women as a crutch by saying, oh, he needs him a strong black woman. And at the end of the day, y'all want to use us, but you're not helping us. Instead, you're literally deteriorating like the black woman. So in my podcast that I did with my girls, it's like, how do black men help black women? Well, first you need to believe them in any sort of circumstances. So whether that's sexual assault, whether that's rape, whether, it's just something very simple. Just step up to the plate when, black women are calling out for help, because I think Malcolm X said it the best: black women is the most disrespected, we're the most neglected. And that's true, because we're literally at the bottom of the totem pole when it comes to American society.
Yeah. How I feel about this shit personally is, man, like, first I listen just to Megan and Tory shit. This shit fucked up now. I don't know what happened in that car for Megan to end up with 2 bullet wounds in her foot.
Right.
But it sounds like a whole lot of what they say on Twitter, a whole lot of misogyny and toxic energy was in that car.
Yeah.
That shit crazy, man. And also I feel like a lot of black men, when it comes to black women, they protect the black women in their life. You know what I'm saying? If the women around them, they can protect them. But if it go on Twitter or they see somebody else, like, I don't believe her, shit like that. Because, if it ain't at home, a lot of men got a hard time trying to see it happen to other black women. Like, there ain't no excuses for that. But I see a lot of that with males. Like, let's say somebody do something to their sister or their mama, they be the first one to jump up trying to do something, protect her. But if something happens to the woman down the street, it's still a black woman, because anyway, to me, we all feel the black people gotta get community back in the community. You know what I'm saying?
And I think that also goes back. So if you go on Hulu and you watch the rape of Reese Taylor, right? And she got raped, I think, by several white boys. Back in those days, it's like the black men in her family couldn't really help her. Of course, like, her father wanted to go out there. Her brother wanted to go out there, but they couldn't because of the circumstances that they were in. And I think sometimes as black men that they're still in this mindset where they're helpless or they can't really help the black woman. And I heard that from several, black men, but it's like, be there. You know what I'm saying? Like, step up to the plate. Because at the end of the day, black women, when it comes to our black kings or when it comes to the important men in our life, we're the first one on the battle line. We're the first one. So it's true. Like, we need that same energy reciprocated.
Yeah, man. I feel like, man, black niggas gotta do better, bro. Like, black men gotta step up to the table and do better. But also, I feel like, though, when black men do step up to the table and do better, we gotta stop bashing them too, man.
Yeah.
I feel like when black niggas do good, them niggas,
Cause we don't talk about the situation.
Supposed to do it anyway.
We don't talk about the situation in Long Island though, like in Long Island, New York, about the mother getting threatened by her neighbor, and all them black men staying at her house for hours and nights, making sure that she was okay. We don't really talk about situations like that.
First thing I'm gonna say, you're supposed to do it anyway. Yeah, you're a black man. You're supposed to protect black women.
Well, I mean, that's true. That's
It
true
is
though.
true. It is true. But when some niggas do good, you just can't say, that ain't shit. Like, come on,
Yeah.
that's
Okay,
like you gotta start. I feel like sometimes we gotta give props what they do. Like, you supposed to be doing that, but when somebody going above and beyond what they supposed to be doing, I feel like we do gotta highlight that and instead of like just trying to criticize. I feel like some people get on their high horse too much and criticize. I feel like when it's time to lift black people, we need to do a better job of lifting each other instead of just trying to diminish it. Because that's what the white people do. When white people do something, that's on white person shit. You diminish what they do and act like this shit normal. That was
but
your niggas supposed to do anyway.
let's break it down to a core. Like, let's break it all the way down. When we're talking about credit, right? You know, who is due to, let's talk about it in a relationship point of view. If you're dating a girl and she's not giving credit to you, you're not dating a woman, you're dating a little girl. Period.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, it's like whoever I'm messing with, and I feel like they went over and beyond. My first thing is, you didn't have to do that, but thank you. Because you didn't have to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, something little, like buying me food. You didn't have to, but I appreciate that because you really didn't have to. But that goes to the maturity standpoint of who you're fucking with. Are you fucking with a little girl or what? Because if you're fucking with a woman's going to give props to whoever when it's due, period.
Hell yeah.
So
Listen,
when we
think
talk,
about it.
Yeah. Think about it.
so
Oh
when we
God.
go to like the whole entire Black community, it's a factor of like, you know, oh, well, you're supposed to do that. You're supposed to do this and the third. Okay, let's go back to the Bible point of stand of view. The man is supposed to provide, point blank and period. That's your job. In the Bible, your job is to protect, provide, and that's it. My dad say it all the time. Like, my only job is to make sure that you have a roof over your head, food in your stomach, and that's it. You know, everything else is extra. But at the end of the day, you have to know like your job point of view. Because y'all like to say, I need a girl that need to cook. I need a girl that can do X, Y, and Z, blah, 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 blah. Okay, well, we need a man that will protect.
Well, I honestly think it all is 50-50 though. I feel like if a woman is supposed to cook, I feel like a man is supposed to cook just as much as a woman is supposed to cook.
Okay.
You know?
I feel like men supposed to provide, but I feel like sometimes some women run out with this shit though. Like the nigga, like let's say nigga get married, this day, this nigga providing, and nigga like this nigga ain't got enough money. All he do is pay bills. And
But why did you marry her?
like,
You should know that from John.
man,
Sometimes you don't know sometimes,
yeah,
hey,
sometimes you don't learn the real person till like 2 years later after
Well,
they get
that's why
their
you bring
bag
him to
secured.
church. Go
After
to
after
church.
after you get that bag secured, now church get a tricky place. Like you don't know what that nigga up there preaching. The nigga I learned about church nigga gonna preach to their narrative. But that's gonna be another conversation for
My
another
thing
day.
is, I think how you know somebody is real, true, and genuine if you see how they praise. Like if you bring someone, you know, it's praise and worship. Are you sitting down looking at everybody else? Are you standing up looking at everybody else? Or are you singing too and have your hands in the air? Because at the end of the day, if you ain't doing nothing, then I can't meet with you on a spiritual level, or we can't even clash, period.
That's a
You know,
different stroke for different folks though.
yeah.
Cause me personally, my girl, she ain't gotta go to church like that. I want her to be of God, to be of faith, to be spiritual. But man, I can.
but I'm just saying, if you going through a rough patch, right, and you need a prayer in your life, and she can't pray for you,
It is true. I hope she got a strong spirit though. Cause the
Yeah.
I
nigga
hope
be
so
going
too.
through shit. I hope I got a strong spirit too, but she might be
Hope
going
you
through
ain't
shit
fighting
though.
no demons.
We all find demons like young boy. Oh
No.
We ain't
God,
fighting them
we
like
all
young
do.
boy, but we fighting them.
Well, I wake up every morning to fight back.
No, for real.
Oh God, shit, man.
But
Yeah, black
yeah,
niggas. The more of the story, do better. And the words are for the grown woman and not no little ass girl.
Period.
Yeah, I had to quote that if I wasn't listening, cause there's a lot of them out there. A lot of little ass boys too young with me. Y'all be careful, man.
Right.
A lot of niggas they kiss up on you, fuck you good. This thing they using
Uh-uh.
your car, driving you everywhere, and you drop your ass off of work to go fuck the next bitch. So be careful.
Oh
Just a
Lord.
little bit of free game, little free salt and pepper on that bitch. What's next on the agenda, sir?
all right. Next on the agenda is if your first time isn't all that, are you still a virgin?
All right, well, let me read the tweet for y'all, man. Because I seen this and I was quite confused.
I was quite confused.
I was quite confused. This nigga Judah Elise said, "Your virginity is gone when you say it's gone, baby. If you had a bad experience for your first time, then you don't have to count that. Virginity is a social construct. It's not anyone else's to take." Hey, to be honest, I'm a virgin still then. My first time was terrible.
Yeah, my
I
first
was
time
still
wasn't all
No.
that. I think I don't know. I feel like in a situation, if you in like, say you get raped or something like that, I feel like you could still kind of consider yourself a
Okay, but that's
virgin.
not the question. They said if it wasn't all that, we're not talking about no rape victim now. That's a
Well, I'm
whole
talking about
different.
all that. I'm thinking about all that as far as like if it's not a good experience at all. Like,
I think that's just on a whole different caliber when you talk about like rape victim, because if that instance it was taken away from you, you know what I'm
yeah,
saying? But if you willingly lay your behind down, let him put it in, and you said it wasn't really all that, because how would you know you're a virgin?
is that I'm thinking, who the fuck first experience like really great Israeli? Myself. First
You
time
don't
I
really know.
fucked, it
because
was
people are
amazing.
people are comparing it to their second experience.
Okay, well
Yeah,
they need.
you just can't be out here saying, "Yeah, man, I'm a virgin," you know, man, because my first experience is terrible. Like,
Yes, a dude came
especially
up
if you
to me.
start doing that, my second experience terrible too. My you just keep saying, now you need to fuck 10 people, but I'm still a virgin. That's a social construct.
If a dude
Like,
came up to me and said that he was still a virgin, he's lying. Like, no,
you
you have
What
lying
if he is?
no,
though.
no,
Ah, some
no.
niggas
He
out here,
still
I
might
feel
be.
like how often nowadays y'all people leave people waiting in the mirrors to lose their virginity. I think that's like a 90% on fail because niggas not wearing the mirrors no more.
Hey, no. Mm-mm. If it wasn't good, I'm sorry. Sorry, don't know what to tell you, but you ain't no virgin no more. You
Yeah,
put it in, you took it out.
I'm gonna just say that body was trash.
Yeah, just say
I'm like, I
that.
got one, but
but
I wish it
I'm
wasn't one.
Yeah.
y'all know Twitter, bro. With Twitter, with that group thing, they gonna start. Nigga gonna start using that shit. Your next partner gonna be like, yeah,
Yeah, we gotta stop. We
I'm
gotta
still
stop
a
making
virgin.
trends out of that.
How you still a virgin? Because in my head, I'm like, I heard you for so and so and so and so. I'm next in line. So if you still a virgin, what the fuck am I?
Oh,
Right.
big hoe, big ass hoe.
Man. I feel like, man, people just need to be comfortable in their sexuality. I feel like getting to that point, like people be ashamed of their body, they shame. Like if you promiscuous and you love to get it in, don't be just trying to use cold words just to save face. Like you like the fuck, you not a virgin.
Yeah, I think some people try to like downplay it, like, oh, I'm not comfortable, but there's real people out here who are not comfortable or who've been in those situations, like we said earlier with rape victims, and like, don't try to play off what you're not.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? If you did the dirt, you did the dirt. Don't be ashamed in it. You just live it out.
Man, people don't like live their truth nowadays, you know, man.
You
Need
know, and I think that's another thing. We don't really know people's truth like that. So I can't really tell somebody like how to feel, because at the end of the day, their feelings are valid. Like I can't tell you how to feel about a certain situation because your feelings are valid. I can't tell you how to feel,
that don't mean you
but I
gotta
can
lie.
tell you when to tell the truth.
Yeah, I was about to say that don't mean you gotta lie.
yeah, what the teacher say? You ain't got a lie to kick it, my nigga.
You don't.
You ain't got
Right.
to try so hard.
Yeah, you ain't gotta lie, man. I feel like people make a lot of trends just to make themselves look good. You know what I'm saying? You
Like
you
what?
you at a point now where you look like a hoe, so now you gotta say you a virgin.
Yeah. And that's when the lies come. But I mean, it goes back to like what type of girls that you're dating.
Yeah.
But that can get into a whole different conversation right there. You already know that, DJ, because I'll go off.
I mean, go ahead and get into it then.
Go all in. What go all
But
in. Be
I think,
like
like like we discussed before with the black athletes, right?
Yeah.
So let's tie that back with this. you know, you get a cry wolf, right? Like, oh, like he raped me. But that also goes back to like what type of girls that you're attracting. If we're talking about the black athletes, y'all want to attract these white girls, y'all want to attract the Latinas, y'all want to attract all these other girls because they want that coin, they want that dollar. But only thing that they see is that big dollar sign. But you don't know what their real motives are because you're just kind of like, oh, I got a girl who's basically designed, want to be like a black girl, but I got her in a white version.
You know, they call them, I got me an exotic woman. I got me an
And
exotic
let's
woman.
go there too. So my thing is, like, you can't get mad at the situations that you're put in because look at what you're attracted or look what you're attracting to. You know what I'm saying? Even when it comes to 50 Cent, when it comes to Lil Wayne, like that is so ignorant to me because at the end of the day, y'all have black children. And to me, that comes down to self-hate. Why do you hate your skin so much where it's like you only want to date lighter skinned women or you want to date foreign women? Because let's be honest, people that are from Africa, to me, they're foreign. To me, they're exotic. Like their skin is dark. Hell, as my blanket. Like, and it's beautiful. But my thing is, why do you hate it? Being black is not a burden. Being black is a blessing. People are dying to have our skin. These white girls are trying to get tans. Why are you trying to get darker? To tell me you as dark as me? Because you ain't as dark as me.
Man, I feel like, but you know, they go back to like hip hop and shit, man. Because you know, in the early age edition, there, so we watch these videos and all these rappers throwing this money, big money, and the only women you see around is lighter skinned women, damn near white women, Latino women. So
Right.
when these rappers get in the game, they think, yeah, I gotta have me a white woman, I gotta have me a Latino woman.
But when does that narrative stop? Like, you got to be that first person to stop.
I feel like we got new rappers nowadays who emphasizing the message. You look at that bitch, I'm starting to see more darker women skin, but not at the rate we should be seeing it on the mainstream level. But I feel like it's starting to grow. But you know, and also with the new movement going around, I think people starting to change their mind on a lot of shit. But also, like when it comes to rappers, man, like Deja Chappelle say, man, who the fuck really care what Ja Rule thing, man? We gotta start listening to a lot of rappers. A lot of these rappers are ignorant. They don't know shit, especially Lil Wayne. That nigga
But y'all
said
have
black lives
to.
don't matter, my bitch life matter. We gotta start listening to niggas like that, bro. He ignorant, stupid.
But let's go back down to it, because at the end of the day, y'all say, okay, stop listening to these rappers. But when we say boycott Kanye, are you really gonna boycott him? That means stop investing into
Yeah, really
his
done.
Yeezys.
Boycott it though, like
Huh?
these. I feel like if we boycott Kanye, is that it's not hurting the community like people think hurting it, but like
It's not gonna what?
we gotta start listening to Kanye like for political rappers by political opinions, bro. Because all he do is he gonna say his little shit, then go on Twitter rant, and niggas keep feeding into it. It's like it's school. Like let's say we
But at the
all
end of
back
the
in
day,
high
it's like,
school, niggas do shit for attention. As long as you keep feeding into it, the motherfuckers gonna keep doing it. Especially if
but
they
where are
already
you
got
gonna
mental
like?
issues. They want that attention anyway. There's a
Where
call
are
for
you going to
help.
tell your homeboys to stop listening to him? Because I know I see about like 5 people every day listening to some of his music.
What's wrong with listening to his
But
music?
sometimes you gotta separate. You gotta
You're
separate the
buying into
artist.
it.
No, you gotta separate the
No,
artist from his
no.
actions.
And that's the problem, because at the end of the day, if you're still buying into his music, that means you're still buying into his brand, period. Y'all got to get out. Y'all got to get out that mindset.
Hey,
Because
you
you
still
can't
eat
separate.
Chick-fil-A?
No, because if I don't, no. I don't eat
I'm
Chick-fil-A.
like,
I haven't drank
I feel
Starbucks.
like we can look at everybody. Something like everybody got a guilty pleasure. They ain't giving up. If
But
my
that's the
guilty pleasure
problem.
is the Kanye music, that's what I can listen to.
Okay, and that's
I
why
listen
the
to
things that are happening now in this American society is because of that. You think that our grandparents who fought for civil rights didn't want to ride the bus? They went almost a whole year without riding the bus and then got their equal rights to riding in the front part of the bus.
But I'm gonna
They
tell
start
you,
that no, you gotta look at it when you're listening to an artist. Is you're feeding yourself into what they're saying. So let's go back to Gold Digger. He left your ass for a white girl. Kanye actually did that with his black girlfriend.
he been
And
broke
you,
up with Amber
what
Rose.
you're feeding, no, what you're feeding yourself into what Kanye is feeding into his brain, and essentially is feeding back into his pockets, and you're just making him more richer. You can't say, man, F Kanye, but you still listen to his music. That's like me saying F R. Kelly because he did all these things to these girls, but I'm still listening to his music. That's ignorant.
Man, I don't listen to you rappers don't know shit about shit, man. And also, I feel like Kanye is not affecting the black community on a global scale like
Huh?
Kanye is. People do not listen to Kanye. Most of Kanye fans is white, Caucasian. I don't feel
No.
like people like listen to Kanye like, damn, bro. Like, I don't think black people really thinking, shit, I might vote for Kanye in November if he really run. But
Yes, yes, I do.
if you do that, you really politically ignorant and you don't know the fuck you like. What the fuck Kanye about to do?
But let's
So,
think about it. In the different areas that we live in. I live in Columbia on the northeast side. So like we said, we got a range of different black people. So all the ranges of different black people, they listen to Kanye. Or they will buy a Kanye ticket because they can. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't just put that into your area or where you live at. You got to look at the whole demographic of black people.
man, I don't feel
Because
like I
they
feel
still buying his slides. They still buying his shoes.
because to be honest, I feel like we be canceling black celebrities all the time and shit like that. But you can't cancel the white man out of our life because technically, I feel like personally,
Well, why can't you?
I feel like no, because I said no, I personally can't cancel the white man out of my life. But I'm talking about for black people in general, people be on Kanye head, but if you look in every aspect of life, it all revolves around white men. So unless you were ready to completely separate and completely go behind black, you tell black people that and everybody like,
But
oh
my
my
thing
God,
is,
I
I
don't know
wouldn't
about that.
follow. I wouldn't follow an ignorant celebrity. So let's go back to Desi Banks. Let's go back to Tokyo Jets. Let's go back to B Simone. I don't follow them.
I don't either.
Well, my thing is, and I think Jess Hilarious said it. Y'all want to cancel all these black celebrities? Yes, cancel it because you have a platform, but yet you're not using it correctly. When you're making jokes about George Floyd, a man who has a 6-year-old daughter who died with a knee on his neck, you think I'm about to still listen to your music? No, go ahead and get on. I'll cancel you and the white man. Cancel my dollars out because at the end of the day, I'm not feeding my dollars into something that does not agree with my morals, my beliefs.
I feel like people do a lot of things off of status. I feel like we done got comfortable with looking good and feeding into stuff like that. So that's where when we stop getting comfortable and start realizing our worth, then that's when I feel like we'll start doing better as a community.
But when do the leader, not even leader, but say like your boy group, when do one of y'all step out and just be like, that's not right?
Well,
Or like you
I
need to
can't
chill out on that.
I can't speak for my friend group because I know for one, Cam go tell people straight up, I ain't going to Chick-fil-A, I ain't going to this, I ain't going to that. And if y'all do it, he quit to call somebody a coon if they do it.
Nigga try to call me a cool for Kanye though. I don't believe that, man. Because honestly, my theory on the Kanye situation, like I explained last week, like I feel like, man, it's a lot of shit going on at Kardashian house. Cause this nigga and the nigga the death of his mother and shit like that. Cause honestly though, Kanye, he gotta. I hate when that nigga go to public spaces outside music. Cause obviously he has a bad time articulating himself. Damn, everything got alarm. Articulating and expressing himself when he go out to these big ass public crowds and then he have a mania episode. Now this nigga looking crazy. And he could have said one good shit here, but nigga gonna pay attention to that wild ass shit you said about Harriet Tubman that didn't make no fucking sense because it had no fucking content
Okay, so
behind it.
let's. So you
It's some
said
shit that
because
you
of
said
his
in the mirror, but you
mom.
ain't tell nobody before you went out there and said it. You said what?
You said he's acting like this because of his mom passing.
I said his mom passing, whatever the hell going on in that Kardashian house, he got a lot of mental shit. So when he go out there and say
Right.
foolish shit, and he got a lot of yes men around him. When you got too many yes people around you, like let's say if I got something to say to somebody, I got an idea, I'm gonna express it to DJ before I go out to the rest of the world and see, do this shit sound right? Is it coming out the way I want it to come out? But Kanye, he probably got yes man, like yeah, bro, yeah, this shit sound good.
But my
Everything that
thing
he go out
is,
and say
you
that wild
can't
shit.
blame your bad situations because your mom passed. And I've been saying this about Kanye. Don't get me wrong. We go through deaths and we go through things that we can't like mentally grasp. But you acting a fool in public is not because your mama passed. You saying Harriet Tubman or freed the slaves, then went back to work for slave
You
owners
took their to
because
go
your
work
mama
for
passed. No. Don't blame that on your mama. Let her rest in heaven in peace. But don't blame that on her.
Yeah, but I'm talking about this probably triggered his bipolar episode. If you listen to his music, he addressed that on the last album. Like his bro, this nigga like that's why I say, bro, Kanye, just shut the fuck up, bro. Like nobody care what you know. I don't care about your opinion unless it's musically. Because a lot of these artists, bro, they can express themselves through music. But when they try to talk, they sound like they got a 4th grade reading level.
Yeah, and honestly, I was taking up for him when he was me and my sister when he was doing the gospel album. Because don't get me wrong, I think Kanye is literally a genius when it comes to music. And so when he was making that transition over to his gospel album, if it can reach somebody through that, then hey, by all means, like, put it out. But my thing is, you can't be no switch sider in your own preaching. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't be preaching God does this, God does that, blah, blah, blah. But then at the end of the day, you talking smack about slaves. Like, what? Like, no. Watch yourself.
These niggas indoctrinated, bro. Like, niggas indoctrinated. That one, honestly, though, that's why I feel like in certain movements, like certain aspects, I feel like we need to separate like religion from the movement because this shit gets spewed because niggas start using that slave plantation logic like the slave master used to use. Like you like with Jonathan Isaac the other day. This nigga said he didn't take a knee for Black Lives Matter because it conflicts with his religion and he feel like Black Lives Matter is a decisive thing used against people that we should all come together. You know the old saying we should all come together, kumbaya and stand lock up. Man, like bro. Your ass, the one didn't take a knee, okay, for your religion, we can understand it. Why the hell your ass ain't wear the Black Lives Matter shirt? The report asking, do you believe in Black Lives Matter? Yes, I believe in Black Lives Matter, but I feel like there are better ways to do it than, and I feel like we need to go through religion, bro. Like, unless y'all know they'll get y'all ass in that church and pacify you again like they did on the plantation. Like, what happened in the past comes to light. So I feel like, honestly, if Jesus was here, Jesus would have took that knee. Oh,
Because if
God.
he's going to say that, like, we all need a kumbaya, and he wants to take it back to biblical, then what happened to, like, the slaves in Egypt?
You
At
think
the end of
most...
the day, like, Hebrew lives matter. We're not saying that we're the only lives that matter right now, but we're saying that we need more attention right now. So when people say all lives matter, if you believe all lives matter, then Black lives should be included in the all lives matter. Why are you going so hard with all lives matter if you
Because
don't
they
believe
want to
that
contradict Black
lives?
Lives Matter. Like, all lives
Exactly.
matter, set your nigga life. That's what they're trying to say.
I'm a Christian, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like at the end of the day, if God see what's being done wrong to his people, he's going to come back for his. So, I mean, the Isaac dude, the basketball player, can say all he wants, but at the end of the day, he's contradicting what he's
the
preaching.
next day what happened to him? He tore his ACL.
Yeah.
You ain't take a knee.
I saw
God
that.
took your knee. God give and God take it away. Cause stop putting Jesus' name and Sunday he fully don't agree with.
Right. Try again next year.
Because karma is a bitch. And the ancestors are speaking on time. We gotta get all this weak Negro energy out. In August, the ancestors is speaking. Ogun has spoken his energy into Black, like they did the Karen at their party. She tried to call the police on all those women, and shit could have got bad. They started swinging off on her ass. The Black man in, oh no, don't hit the poor white woman. So a lot of shit going on, man.
So I'm saying we've got to a point where we comfortable. We gotta stop being comfortable because shit ain't fixed.
Like niggas like, bro, this shit ain't gonna change unless we make a change. We choose to change it. You know what I'm saying? That's why I feel like as a people, like we really gotta start coming together and, instead of like some people deserve to get canceled, like some people deserve to get canceled, but like some people just misinformed. I feel like we gotta educate and them motherfuckers don't want to be educated. We gotta cut them off, we gotta let them go.
Yeah.
Cause like Terry Coons, Terry Coons say some coon shit every day. He try to make coon an acronym. Damn shame.
Yeah.
He's just ignorant.
I'll
And
be
just want
sick to
that
my
white man
stomach.
not love him.
he was not acting in what's that movie
White chicks.
White Chicks. He was not acting like he felt it. He found out Marta wasn't a white woman. You telling me you're black? You heard this was an all white party, sir. He got all the energy with black people, but I feel like he ain't had the energy with that man who came and touched up on him. But he got everything to say about black people. Y'all didn't hit below the belt because it's fucked up.
But that wraps up our episode for today.
Episode 2.
You feel me?
Thank you to our wonderful again, Zahria. Throw out your socials right now, man. Let the people know where to follow you at and where they can hit you up, man.
You can follow me on Instagram at Zahria Sophia and Twitter at Sophia Zahria.
Any food for the thought, any lasting words for the people?
You got a quote, anything like that?
Keep being black, love being black, do everything black, buy black, eat black, all that.
All right.
Any quote from you, Jamon?
Stand
for something or fall for anything.
That's good.
All I know is, man, I'm just in it like this. My quote, my food for thought. Keep it real with your people no matter what.
You did.
Take it as you want, man. Think about it. Episode 2. Thank you to Zara, man. We out of here.